Thank you so much, everybody, for getting on the call tonight. So normally this is the Isagenix overview, the product and opportunity overview call. But I felt like tonight, it's such a unique time right now. And I love that this call every Tuesday night at 8:30 is very dependable and it's very structured because we do have a slideshow and a presentation. But I feel like tonight, with where this country is and kind of where we all are right now, I would rather just talk and have people share their stories about how using these products and how this particular opportunity have made such a difference in their lives. And so my name is Dawn Sturmack. I actually started using these products 13 years ago when my sister and we had just sold our company. And she turned to me and she said, "We are gonna get healthy and lose weight and get in shape." And I said, "Right." And she said, "Right, go figure out how we're gonna do it." And I said, "Okay, I'm on it." And kind of fell into and I was looking for like Oprah's green tea diet or like best fat burning diet. And I was like searching online, searching for a solution. And somebody said to me, "Well, what about Isagenix?" And I said, "What's Isagenix?" She said, "I don't know, but my friend swears by it. Talk to her." So I called the friend who I actually know. It was somebody I knew, somebody I trusted. And she said, "Are you ready? Are you ready to commit?" And I said, "Absolutely." And she said, "And do you want to see results right away?" And I said, "Absolutely." She said, "Then this is the plan for you." And I said, great. Send me 2. I said, 2 of what? I didn't even know I didn't know what I was ordering. I didn't know how much it cost. I didn't even know what the process was, but I trusted her. I wanted to see results and I was ready. And that's how I got started on my journey. And 13 years ago, complete accidental entrepreneur, fell into the opportunity. I had no interest actually in doing this as a business. I had just sold a business and I was trying to take a little bit of time off. But when I looked at what was available with this company and with the compensation plan, there was no way that I could not do it. And so I want to introduce a couple people to you tonight. I wanted to introduce Adam. Adam is going to share Adam has an amazing story, start to finish. And I know that at one point, he was a Major League Baseball player and then life happened, right, Adam?
Yeah. Well, to be clear and transparent, I was a professional baseball player. I didn't get to the major leagues due to injury. However, I was on the major league equivalent team. Long story, but so yeah, I had to reinvent myself. And so I got into the bar and restaurant business, and I was in the bar and restaurant business for 20 years. Going from behind the bar to management, back to behind the bar, because it was a lot more fun to do it that way for sure. And when I was 39 is when Isagenix came into my life. And at that point, I was in the bar and restaurant business for almost 20 years at that point. And if any of you have ever been in the hospitality or restaurant business with access to all of that great food and all of that great drink for 20 years, it can, in fact, take its toll on you if you are not disciplined enough to stay away from it. So after about 20 years at 39, I was like, you know what? I don't really feel as good as I think I should feel. I didn't really get into Isagenix, or Isagenix didn't find me for weight loss. It was more along the lines of I just wanted to feel better. And so lo and behold, I trusted a friend of mine who said, try Isagenix. So I did. And 5 days into it, I had that aha moment that, wow, this really does make you feel better. This really does feel like it's making me healthy. And from that point on, it's been in my body every day since, at least 1 or 2 or 8 products. It's been in my body every day since. And, you know, I didn't expect it to. I thought it was going to be a 30-day thing and then done. But I really did feel the way that most other people feel with Isagenix, and that is, why would I ever stop using this stuff? Why would I ever stop using these products that made me literally in 4 days, it's actually 4 days, it took 19 or 20 years of feeling like crap out in 4 days. Why would I ever take that away? And the fact that it's so convenient and so affordable, I know it's tested and it's delivered to my door and it's tastes great and it's certified and it's all that. It'll be in my body every day for as long as I live. And my wife as well, who is now pregnant again, this time with twins, and she is using the products. There's certain products that she can't use, of course, but that's a whole nother call. But for the nutrition aspect, it's great for mother and baby. And when she's going to be nursing, it's going to be still great for mother and babies because she is pregnant with twins. And in the 4 years I've been using Isagenix, people have asked both my wife and I, Mary Beth, what are you guys doing? Because we can really see the difference in you. Me being, you could just tell I felt better. And which, when you're behind the bar, if you don't feel good, you got a bad attitude. If you got a bad attitude, you're giving a bad attitude, and, then you're getting a bad attitude back. But anyway, it shifted. And my wife, she dropped 45 pounds in a short amount of time. So a lot of people were asking, hey, what are you guys doing? And all we did was tell them. All we did was tell them, just like Dawn was saying, hey, her friend told her about it. And so we just told our friends about it that asked us. Very, very rarely do we go out and do we say, hey, I'm Adam, this is Mary Beth, let me tell you about Isagenix. Very rarely, actually probably never, I don't think. 100% of the time they're asking us what we're doing. And Isagenix over the past 4 years has just said, thank you. Here's some cash for advertising our products. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. And that just kept on going and going and going to the point where now both my wife and I, thank God, are stay-at-home parents. We work from home. So especially during this trying time has been so beneficial. And so we're so blessed that this came into our lives, no matter what type of financial or pandemic thing going on, but especially now. And, pregnant with twins, the uncertainty of everything else is crazy enough. But if we had to add in the financial craziness as well, that would probably just put us over the top. So that's my semi-long, semi-short story.
In theory, right, Adam, you either wouldn't, so you worked in the restaurant and bar business, it's March, you would have been just getting to the end of a long winter with no pay. You would have been just getting ready to start back up and replenish your bank account, and then this happened.
Yeah, so that was a big key thing that I noticed, especially after I got married and then had kids, that I was working all summer to pay for my winter. And so we live in a resort town in Ocean City, Maryland. So our busy season is typically 100 days. Our super busy season is about 100 days. We have big days like New Year's Eve and then St. Patrick's Day, which pretty much got canceled. And then, the golfers come into town, which is now, and then Easter and Memorial Day and all that. So yeah, this is the time that we're starting to recoup some of our losses. And I do feel terrible for the restaurant and hospitality staff here in town, because that's all we rely on is people coming in and yeah, exactly. So
right now, with twins on the way,
I'd pull my hair out. I really would. And again, we got paid yesterday. Isagenix pays us every Monday. Thank God, this came into our lives when it did.
Thank you for sharing. I know it's really powerful, and I'm really grateful right now that you guys don't have to leave the house for your health, for the baby's health, for your wife's health, that you're able to kind of shelter in and be kind of self-contained and still able to work, still able to generate income, and still have your food delivered to your doorstep. It's pretty,
it is really huge, the fact. And my kids, I have 2 kids right now, 2 girls, 4 and 6, and they use, I mean, they ask for the shakes by name, by flavor. They like to hydrate, they eat the vitamins, you know, almost all the products my kids use as well. And it's part of my business, which, you know, I'm sure you'll have another call at some point talking about business expenses and things like that. It's just a win-win-win-win-win. It's fantastic.
All right, thanks so much for sharing. I asked Christina to get on the line because I know that she has a really amazing product story to share. And I know there's a lot of us right now really just trying to avoid the quarantine 15, right? And keep things under control. So and I'm guilty. I had to get back on track today because we're doing family game night every night on Zoom. And I was equating family game night with happy hour. So automatically, as soon as it was time for my game night family Zoom call, I had a, you know, not your father's root beer in hand or a glass of wine. And like, it was, I swear, like, and I'm not a big drinker. And I went like 7 days straight. I'm like, oh my God, stop the madness. So Christina, if you could tell us what you're doing just to have some structure, you know, what products you're using right now, how you started, who told you about it, and kind of what your health journey has been with the products, that would be awesome.
Sure. So hi guys, I'm Christina. I got introduced to Isagenix and its products about 4.5 years ago from a colleague of mine at the time. I had met her on what was called the Cleanse Day, and the cleanse and the intermittent fasting has been a big trend now, but Isagenix has been in the game of intermittent fasting 18 years. They just celebrated a birthday. The company is 18 years old now. So intermittent fasting was what it was. And I was like, yeah, no, thanks. That's not for me. I don't not eat all day. So I entertained some of her questions and I asked her some stuff. And then eventually she entered me into a Facebook group and just as some support. And I was like, sure. And I saw a before and after picture and I was like, how does that happen? And that it was just somebody I didn't know, a personal testimonial, just like I'm giving now. And it was life-changing for me. So if it's okay with everybody, I'm just going to share my screen for a second, just to show my transformation.
Perfect.
Hopefully it's up.
Yep.
And so that was, you know, I was always active, kind of doing mud runs, things like that. But as you could tell that, you know, that bright pink shirt, I was 50 pounds heavier there. Who knows how many inches? I've definitely lost track. And then that other picture there, I'm wearing a CrossFit shirt. I actually got into some CrossFit lifting, enjoy competitions, things like that, and had an amazing product transformation experience. And for that, I'll always be a product user, 100%. But some other things that I have started to really appreciate about other than weight loss goals for Isagenix are the immune support that Isagenix has to offer, the financial compensation, basically referral bonuses for, you know, sharing what it is that I use for my nutrition is something that I've only just started to step into, but it's definitely come in handy. It's starting to pay for some of the products that I use. It hasn't replaced my income at this point, but I'm happy to just eat for free, which is nice. You know, oh, this month I ate for free. Awesome. How many people can say that?
Because
so for me,
the Isagenix compensation plan is a crock pot, not a microwave, Christina.
Right, exactly. So it's building, which I'm excited for. And it's like Adam, I'm also, so I have 3 jobs. I'm a physical therapist in pediatrics. I'm a server at Outback. I used to bartend. And then building this business with Isagenix is my 3rd. With the current situations right now, Outback is able to do takeout. But I didn't feel it was fair to take those hours and that money away from people who that's their primary income. So I stepped out. So I'm choosing to walk away from money because it's not my primary income. But it definitely helps with, I have $200,000 worth of debt. from student loans to be a physical therapist. So I have a lot of hands in a lot of different pots to try and get some income in. And so, you know, when my Isagenix email, ding, you got paid this week, woohoo, that's exciting. It helps something. It helps a small bill. It helps fill my gas tank up. It helps pay for my vitamins that month. And then, like I mentioned, being a physical therapist, I work with pediatrics. So I'm all children. And at the beginning of 2019, I went from primarily being in the center, which is when the kids come to me, to being primarily in the children's homes. And so when you go to a doctor's office, it's generally pretty clean. You know, it's sanitized, it's clean, you know, we have a cleaning staff, things like that. But when you go into people's homes, you're there for one reason, and that's the kid. You're not there to tell them that they need to sweep their floor. You're not there to tell them that they should probably take the garbage out. You're not there to judge the homes that they're living in. And sometimes they're not clean. Sometimes kids are sick or parents are sick. So I wanted to amp up my immune system even more than I already had. So I started on a daily basis I added what we have, a product called Immune Booster. It's a tasteless powder, you know, tasteless, colorless kind of product. Goes right into my shakes in the morning, every day since the beginning of 2019. Defense Shield is an essential oil that we have, and I'll diffuse it throughout the night while I sleep, every night. Just little things to try and help boost my immune system. I have a fairly healthy immune system, but I mean, I literally am in it with the thick of kids with snot and coughing and, oh, Johnny had a fever yesterday, but he's on medicine. Well, Johnny should be on a fever-free without medicine for 24 hours. Whoops. You know, so I'm exposed to a lot even before all of the current stuff that's happening. And I'm proud to say I haven't been sick in well over a year, knock on wood. You know, do I have studies to say that that's because of Isagenix Immune Booster? No, but I'm going to go with it's not hurting anything. So the biggest thing for me is being able to support my nutrition system and my health system. And I'm really glad that I have Isagenix delivered to my door for that. I don't have to worry about going out to the store. I don't have to worry about if fruits or vegetables are going to be available, or how many people have touched them before I got to them. You know, I have my foundation of nutrition, and then whatever else is there. Dawn mentioned you know, happy hour every family game night. I've probably been on quarantine working from home probably about 10 days now. And I definitely have a glass of wine every night. But it's really cool because I've been maintaining where I'm at too. I haven't seen, you know, you see all these memes about who's going to gain or lose 20 pounds. To lose it because they can't find any food, or gain it because they're eating it all, because that's what you do when you're home and you're bored. But I'm happy to say that I've just been maintaining where I'm at. And I give that to Isagenix for sure.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. And I know now you're still working, but you're teleworking with the kids, right?
Yep. Yeah. Fortunately, our company has 100% converted in the matter of a weekend, which is amazing, obviously for the purpose of income, but I'm just really glad that we're able to still access our families and support them the best that we can.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thanks for sharing. And Jill, I asked Jill to come on because Jill has she's got a product story. We all do, because that most people on our team anyway, somebody introduced them to the product. They didn't go looking for a business opportunity. They weren't trying, none of us were trying to be network marketers. None of us were, oh, I'm going to go be an entrepreneur. It just doesn't work that way. But it just kind of happens when you find something that works, when you find something that's easy and convenient, and you're able to get your nutrition in a, for me, again, the kitchen and I do not have a love affair with my kitchen. I would rather spend my time other places, but I want to still eat healthy. So this, for me, this is the most cost-effective, time-efficient way to get good nutrition in my body without spending time in the kitchen. So that's a big deal for me. Now I know Jill has a product story, and she's got a pretty big story, if you will, again, about the impact of owning a home-based business and how it actually helped her stay in her family home. Right, Jill?
Yes, hi everyone. Yes, and first of all, I will say that Dawn introduced me to the product because we are both divorced moms, and we have daughters the same age, and we found each other through that. And I always find that women,
working moms that had our kids in daycare.
did.
And we're meeting at like 6 o'clock at night when we were rushing in to get them out in time, right?
Exactly, but Dawn had been working at home all day, and I was rushing from a 45-minute commute. But you know, I think my story, I tell it a lot, and I think it's really so apropos right now because my story is about life happening and how life happens on the turn of a dime. Things change in your life, and even people who set, you know, do everything right. They get a career, they have benefits, they have 2 incomes, they, you know, are saving for their child's college, they're saving for retirement. About 5 years ago now, I was surprised with a separation and then a divorce. And I suddenly went from 2 incomes, 2 very robust incomes, to 1 income. And it wasn't only that, my now ex-husband at that time also lost his job soon after that. And so it wasn't even if we wanted to figure out the bridge to go to just each of us being independent. I was all of a sudden the only person supporting everything. So I was thinking about how when you go through times like now with the pandemic, people are getting furloughed. People are getting ill and maybe don't have sick leave. Like they rely, none of us saw this coming. Maybe you did. I didn't see this coming. And I sit there and think about how lucky I was at that time and still am to have the plan B and the safety net. And first of all, having something really positive, beautiful nutrition to put in my body, delivered at home, long shelf life, just add water. I mean, that right there for the COVID virus, it's amazing. But also just having people who fill you with positivity and cheer you on, no matter what's going on in your life, that has been invaluable. And then for me, I've really been able to leverage having a home business, a home office, and taking a lot of leveraging the tax benefits of that. And each year I get a really robust refund that has helped me stay in this house with only my income. And that has been life-changing for me. And it's been very empowering. And I think, you know, I was separated a couple of years, and by the time I actually got to the point where we sat down and did a very easy divorce, easy separation agreement, I was in such a different place because I felt powerful as opposed to scared. And I felt really positive about my future. And it was just life-changing. It's my plan B. And I just think now more than ever, people need what we have, both the home delivery of healthy products that don't go bad, the community of people who will keep them moving forward and cheer them on and show them to believe in themselves, that there is always possibility and opportunity. And then the idea that you have a backup plan and a safety net. I don't think anybody in this day and age can put all your eggs in one basket, one financial basket in particular. So I sort of yell it from the rooftops about the value of having a home business and getting in the right business with the right people, the right compensation plan, and having people who really know what they're doing and they're going to mentor and coach you, which I think we definitely have in the Cermak sisters.
Well, thanks everybody for getting on and sharing. Again, you know, normally if you're watching the replay of this call, normally there's a whole PowerPoint presentation and we talk about all the different products and we kind of go into a little bit of the opportunity. But tonight I just felt like this was not, we don't do this to sell you. This is us sharing what works for us, both the nutrition and thank God for all of us, this additional opportunity and this additional income in a time that's really uncertain. Our company actually has been deemed an essential business because it's food that's getting delivered to people. It's an essential business. It won't be shut down. And so we're able to, all of us, continue despite whatever may happen with our, not me, I work from home full time, but our jobs. We're able to continue to generate an income. And for some people, they've had to now turn to this and ramp it up as their full-time income. They've been laid off, they've been furloughed, like Jill said, or just don't have access to, you know, like if you're in the restaurant business, right, Christina, all those people, the door never opened back up again. And so Well, I'm going to wrap it up because I think we've got another call that's getting ready to happen. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I appreciate your time, and I hope you heard something that might mean something to you. If somebody brought you to this call, get back with them, and they can help you more look for solutions that might be appropriate for you. Thanks a bunch. Good night.